Mpumalanga, the place of the rising sun, a region so beautiful that even God has his own window. But below the beautiful sunshine lies a dirty truth. It is also home to some of the most polluted air in the world. Last year, environmental agency Greenpeace announced that the Highveld of Mpumalanga has the world's highest level of nitrogen dioxide in the air, based on analysis of satellite data. The area is the nation's coal heartland, home to over 100 coal mines. EWN travelled to Middelburg to meet the people who live under this cloud of dust.
The pollution every day in the morning, afternoon, the pollution is getting worse. Every time I'm getting sick, I'm drinking the pills every in the morning, and my asthma can start anytime. Maybe sometimes the pill doesn't work. I must have there is a oxygen, so I must go to the doctor, which is I don't have money to go to the doctor.
Mother of 5, Sophia Pakla, is a manager at a local community work program. Her husband, Voy Bosiki, used to work in a coal mine, but has been unemployed for 2 years. This family of 7 survives on just 2,500 Rand a month.
My kids are not breathing well, and especially they have the skin problem. They're just crashing themselves, getting rashes. So every time we must go to the clinic. And my old kid is the girl. She has affected with the eyes.
Pakla is just one of many residents we met that experiences health issues because of the pollution from the mines and power plants. The bustling town of Middelburg is a haven of good community service and business opportunities for many residents who also live in surrounding areas, and is rated as one of the best places to live in Mpumalanga with nearly 10 years of clean audits. Ibrahim Patel has lived in this town most of his life. As former president of the Middelburg Chamber of Commerce, he commissioned a study into finding out how many coal mines and power plants were in the area.
Green squares, these are all the mines. These are all the 150 odd mines in this region. So 99% of mining activity here is coal.
Patel says he's noticed that the implementation of environmental regulations is inconsistent, that he says hurts both honest business people who get bogged down with red tape and allows dishonest entrepreneurs to get away with flouting regulations.
You have this type of lopsided application where policy documents are 5-star, but the actual implementation, it depends very much on the mood and the type of person who is the employee in the civil service who is going to implement those policies. So you have over-compliance, which is killing and stifling ordinary, honest human beings that want to conduct business in this environment. And you have, on the other hand, people getting away with absolute murder.
Tokologo Township is where many people call home. The Extension 6 clinic is one of the busiest facilities in the community. We came here hoping to find out how the air quality affects residents' health. The local clinic would not let us speak to any of their staff. However, a community health worker agreed to speak to us if we concealed her identity.
The pollution that come from the mine, they come from the community. And then the people who are sick, very sick, is the people who staying at Federal and Extension 5 and Tukulugo.
Tokologo resident Patrick Ndluli agrees and says he contracted TB after moving to Middelburg.
I think the main reason why I have TB and sinus problems is because of the environment that I am now living in, or that I am now living nearer to. The mines, the dust, pollution. You go to doctors, they ask you, they tell you the very same thing. Are you living next to a mine? Yes, I am. Are you living next to a dumping site? Yes, I am.
Over 100 coal mines feeding 12 coal power plants every single day. Last month, former Environmental Affairs Minister Nomvula Mokonyane was taken to court after government failed to alert the public about its plan to weaken South Africa's sulfur dioxide emission standard, which, combined with Middelburg's high nitrogen dioxide levels, creates a fine dust that can have dire effects on human beings. Dr. Mohammed Tayob, who works in rural communities, says the worst polluter is the nation's electricity provider due to its coal use.
Eskom is the worst culprit. Studies have proven that Eskom is probably the biggest killer of our people in this area. These mines are not punished. They're literally operating with impunity. The legislation exists, but the people that need to implement this legislation seem to have disappeared. 11 of the 13 power stations in the country are in our backyard. But yet our people living right next to the power station don't have electricity. We don't see these mines putting up great schools and saying, you know what, you already have a neurocognitive disadvantage, so let's see we can do something for you.
And there is no oversight. Late last year, the Mpumalanga Department of Mineral Resources was suspended over backlogs in the issuing of licenses and allegations of corruption. The DMR is largely in charge of ensuring mines do not go over the mandated pollution quotas and that continuous rehabilitation to the community is being adhered to.
Whatever you're seeing is tokenism. It's, you know, what they're forced to do a little bit. And I think it's fair to say that there's corruption at every level. So we can't just blame the mining industry, private sector. It takes two to corrupt. So government officials and all of them are part of this.
EWN has contacted both the DMR and the Department of Environmental Affairs for comment, neither of which have returned answers to our questions.
I think about children. It's worse about children because of they must go healthy. So it's affecting us like parents. Me, I don't care about me, but I care also, but nothing I can do. What we must supposed to do?
But in the meantime, residents like Phahla continue to struggle to do the one thing they say they should be free to do: breathe.